Hello. Today I would like to talk to you about one of my own weaknesses. I find it very difficult to motivate myself without there being a higher purpose to the motivation, or higher purpose to the goal, which is why I find most assignments in school or in university to be dull, boring, meaningless. I find most of the things I learn completely meaningless. And that demotivates me when it comes to learning. That and the only way I can actually focus on it is if something from the outside is motivating me to focus on it. If I can achieve a meaningful goal by doing something meaningless, then it is fine. But I do not see as getting a good grade on a paper as a meaningful goal. I just can't see it like that. That is not enough. That is why I need to be motivated by beauty, by love, by sex, by saving people. I myself can draw energy out of that and use it for my studies. Because the studies themselves aren't that hard. If I'd spend up to 4 hours on every assignment, I'd pass it without any real problem. I I don't have any trouble learning or completing tasks quite well if I just have the motivation to do so. Many people fail even when they spend several like 20 hours on one assignment and they still fail. I cannot fathom that. I cannot understand that in the slightest. But I wish I could be that to be able to go into such a meaningless task and just be like a robot almost. It would be nice to have that ability. I don't want to be like that like all the time. But I guess that is it's not something positive. See, I wish the world would change when it comes to that. I know that it would probably work if I changed too, but don't you think it would be realistic to, not get super academic when it comes to jobs that you don't actually need to be academic for? Like, I'm studying to become a librarian. You see, there are certain aspects of being a librarian now, and as it's becoming more and more digitalized, I do see the point of learning more, um, but I still think it's something you can learn at the job as well. Other than the legal stuff and such, I think that's very relevant, and that was really easy for me to learn because I saw the relevancy. Um, but I think that for every vocation, for every job that is, doable without a degree, they should, not force you to have a degree. You should be able to learn it on the job. So you don't have to go through a lot of meaningless nonsense in order to in order to get the job. I get that some jobs will always need some special education, like being a lawyer would. Now I wouldn't be able to do that because of my poor social skills. Or not social skills, it's more my phobia, almost my social phobia. It's not really a social phobia though. Social difficulties. Let's just say social difficulties. And also because I hate lying. I really, really hate lying. Um, so becoming a lawyer wouldn't be my type of thing, even if it would be somewhat more meaningful and studies would actually have some purpose, learning the laws because you're going to use them. so that has a meaning behind it. But most of what we learn uh, in this uh, in this course, so to say, or this program, it's just not that useful. Most of what we learn are completely meaningless things. It's just filled with so much nonsense just to make. I mean, it's like, oh well, you gotta do it like this to look smart. Yeah, but what about the efficiency? I don't get this academic thing that they focus on the wrong things, I'd say. Rather than focusing on efficiency, they focus on trivial matters. Now, I get that the harder, like the more difficult a task is, the more you'll grow. That's true. So it does have its benefits to like learn to read academic texts and to write academic texts. I mean, it does have its merits, although it's useless in practice. It has certain merits for your mind and for your, well, I just wish it was a bit more useful and a bit more focused on efficiency. If universities overall were more focused on efficiency and being useful and actual learning things that, matter. Well, overall, I just think that when it comes to this, you should be able to become a librarian at the very least without any long education. I maybe you should be able to do it within like a month, taking certain tests like that have to do with law and understanding the basics of what a librarian does and the type of librarian you want to be. Now, of course, if you change your mind and want to become a different type of librarian, well, then you'll have to study another one more month to get that. But I think it would still be much better than having to waste 3 years of your life to learn tons and tons of meaningless things while writing tons and tons of meaningless things. And all the quotations and everything, it's just, it is so meaningless, and there's rarely anything new to learn. I mean, all the research, oh, this is based on old research and this is what I found, which like 300,000 other people say, and also this this only 100 other academics say, so this is new and fresh and such. It's like, yeah, you've added one more sentence to old research that 100 other people have also done. I mean, it's just so pointless, and it's like every time they state the obvious in these academic texts, it just pisses me off because it's like I'm reading through something like about information. Oh, what is information? And then they give all the they devote an entire book on explaining what information is. And I did not come out any wiser. What I did, I learned how to talk about it, and like, well, some say the information is this, and then you have to quote and name the page where you read it and the source and all. And of course, it's useful to be able to name sources and to be aware and to learn to do that properly, so that it's easier for others to find out where you read what you read, or so, and if it's a legitimate study, and if the authors are well known, and so on and so on. But overall, ugh, yeah. So all of that is just demotivating for me. But like I said, if I had one of the things that I need in my life, it would be way easier for me to do such tasks, because then that thing could motivate me to do those things. especially love. Sex and love would motivate me the most when it comes to doing such tasks, because you know that way a woman can pretty much give me a carrot to do it. Like say, oh well, I'll do this if you do this and finish this, and it's like, otherwise, or if you don't do this, I'm not gonna give you any of this for tonight. And, that kind of motivation. I need some kind of outside motivation to do this, because, like I said, when it comes to things that are meaningful, like when it comes to me saving lives, I can spend several hours on it. I can not just several hours, several weeks, several months, several even, well, I don't know about years. Well, I have, well, anyways, but several months even. May seem like a waste of time, but I find some meaning in saving beautiful people's lives. That is something that gives me purpose. And that is something that, well, I make the world a better place, and I can see the beauty, I can see what comes out of it, and I see that it's meaningful, and I mean, I know the outcome, and yeah, so that doesn't take. I mean, it takes more from me to work on an essay for half an hour than it does to try to help a beautiful person for a day, or just save someone in general. It's for me, it's very effortless. Well, most of the time, some people are very, very tough to save, but the ones who do actually want to be saved and want to be helped are very easy to help. But all this, the problem with my life right now is I don't have any of those things, and that really puts me in a state of despair, because I want to accomplish things. I just can't bring myself to do all these things because I don't have the things that motivate me to do it. So I've been trying now to achieve some of those things whilst making some money on the side, learning trading and such, so that I can at least be somewhat useful and have get another option that doesn't, completely bore me. But I actually find it kind of fun. I don't know if there's anything else I should be saying right now. It's gonna be a tough video to listen to. Maybe not. I mean, if if my YouTube channel was more popular, I would probably spend more time increasing the quality of the videos. But I suppose that is also the wrong approach. Like if I want subscribers, I should make top quality videos from the get-go. But see, my problem arises here as well. It's such a my brain is so annoying when it comes to this. I really wish I was capable of acting like a droid without being one. It would be nice to have some of those skills that the sheep have, but not actually be a sheep, you know? I mean, I'm so different that I'm not even capable of being normal. That I mean, that really puts me out of ever being a sheep, because I can't follow someone blindly. I can't just do things blindly. I need purpose. I need meaning. I need to know it's right. I need to see the efficiency. I need to see that something good will come out of it. That there are just so many things that I need. Well, it's not that many things, honestly. generally speaking, people don't do anything without some kind of meaning, but most people seem to be able to settle with the meaning of when the teacher or the examiner says, well, you need to do this, you need to read this, you need to write an essay and do this to pass it, and also you need to read this for the examination, and then you need to pass that, and that's what you need to do, and that's how to pass. And then they're like, oh, passing. Well, that's meaningful, I'm gonna do that. It's like, yeah, but everything you're learning is meaningless. Well, I mean, it's meaningful to pass. I'm I wish I could think like that, but I can't. That's it for this video. If you liked it, I mean, I mean, I'm just complaining about my own life and my own problems now. And there's probably only gonna be like 5 people who will watch it. Pathetic. Well, who knows? Maybe in the future I'll be super famous and someone will find this video and be like, holy crap. Oh my god, it's so nice. He has more content to watch. Oh my god. Kind of like I feel sometimes with certain content creators. Well, not that often, honestly. Well, no one's perfect, but we do our best. Or uh, with what we can do for the moment. But yeah, I will keep trying my best and eventually succeed. And as always, if you're wondering anything or if you need any help, just ask. Cheers.